And we are live. We are the Divided People. I'm your host, Marky Mark.
And I'm Lance, your co-host.
And in front of me today, we have nobody.
Absolutely nobody. Everybody's busy. It's hot as hell outside. And just nobody wanted to venture out today. But it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Because next week, we will be having Bub Tucker, the person running for mayor of Ponchatoula.
His name's Bub?
Bub. B-U-B.
Like, hey, Bub. like Wolverine, hey, Bub? Interesting.
He's running for the mayor of Ponchatoula, so he's going to come on and we're going to talk about that.
I'm not from here, in case anybody wondering about that.
Yeah, Lance is from none of your fucking business. But
anyway, so there's been a lot going on in the world lately.
But we're not talking about none of that today.
No, I don't mean that. But I mean, like, even in pop culture, the world, there's been a lot going on.
But we're not talking about that either today. What we're going to focus on is one main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The boys.
Yes, which is the thing going on in pop culture right now.
No, we do not mean the song, but they should have played the song. I'm upset that they didn't play the song.
Give it time.
There's more seasons to come, but you know.
They play a lot of good music, though.
Yeah.
They actually
I mean,
good music.
a song named The Boys, and you know, not playing.
They haven't really hit their stride.
Oh no, this can go on for a couple seasons easily.
Oh yeah, I mean, just the source material in the comic book can carry for a good while, even though they've completely deviated from that.
So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's a TV show called The Boys. It's on Amazon Prime.
Prime Video.
And Lance, give it a description of it.
Well, it's the hot thing this year. It's a anti-superhero show. It's like pretty much you take the Justice League and you go turn them into what maybe they would really be like, or kind of like so you got Homelander, right? Your Superman-esque guy who's all powerful and unmatched in the world, but you know has his dark side to him, which you would expect from someone who's godly powerful. And you've got your Batman kind of guy, Black Noir. You've got your Wonder Woman. Now the thing about that. Oh, did we mention there's gonna be spoilers in this?
I was gonna mention after you explain that.
Okay, so then you got Queen Maeve, who's your Wonder Woman. You've got The Deep, which is your Aquaman, and every joke along with it that you would expect. Fish Boy.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
And then you got your new kind of naive, sweet, still innocent Starlight, new to the team, jaded. So it's a real interesting show to see kind of the darker side of things, to see what a world would really be like, what would be a more realistic idea of what a world full of superheroes would be. They all have their dark sides, they all have their quirks, their skeletons in their closets, but to everybody else they seem like these untouchable, perfect beings.
That is until, and now, spoilers alert, so if you haven't seen it, turn it off. That is until... Oh, you forgot to mention
yeah.
A-Train.
I didn't want to bring him up yet. I wanted to wait until we got to the part about him.
So A-Train, who is the Flash...
The team speedster.
Ran through this girl.
I ran through this bitch.
Like, we're not talking about, like, ran through, like, he, beat her up or, like, He literally ran through her body.
I mean, when I first started watching, I wasn't sure exactly what to expect from the show. I had hopes.
So, the thing about it was, the way it started off, the first 5 minutes, you're like, okay, this might be a slow start.
Yeah.
It felt like that. Cause,
it did.
You're watching this dude.
I tried to get my wife to watch it, right?
I forget the main character.
Huey.
Huey, yeah. So we're watching Huey at a
in his shit job.
Yeah.
With his shit boss.
And you're thinking, okay, something's about to come with him. Like, he might get a power or something like that. And then you meet his girlfriend. And, they're talking. She's talking about how she's always there for him.
Honestly, yeah, at this point, you don't even truly realize they live in a world full of superheroes. Yeah. He mentions it briefly.
And then they're holding hands. And then out of nowhere, you just see, like, her gone and blood, gore.
Yeah.
Her body pieces going across the screen. They literally show
her lower jaw, like, flying off into the distance, like, broken in half. And she just explodes into gore. There's nothing resembling her left.
Except for her hands, which he is holding.
Which he was still holding. And the Flash-type character, A-Train, is 40 yards off in the distance, just going, "What the fuck?" I mean, he's covered in all.
But
this.
he stops. He looks back. He's like, "I can't stop." And he takes off again.
Boom! He's gone. He disappears.
And the crazy part is when that happens, my mind, the first thing I'm thinking is, it's fucked up, and I'm like, that hero must be doing something.
You know when it happened, I paused the show and went, "What the fuck?"
No, I'm gonna tell you in a second what really fucked me up. Two things that really fucked me up.
Or a couple of things, but
Two main things that like had my jaw dropped. But
so when it happened, first I stopped and was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" And I backed up. I had to rewind because I had to see it again. I'm like, "Wait. Where'd she go?" I was like, "Wait." And I was confused for a second. I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck just happened?"
And I gotta say, they did not skip out on anything for this show.
Wait, hold on. Now that I'll have to disagree with you on. I think for the first season, I think they were a little apprehensive on spending a big budget. I think they're gonna go bigger on the second season.
No, what I'm saying is that they didn't like every scene that you're thinking, okay, well maybe they're not gonna show that.
I mean, they didn't hold back graphic wise.
That's what I'm saying. They spent the money that's there.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like when it comes to their powers.
No. That's a different story.
They did take the cheaper route on some of their powers, like showing somebody flying in off screen. You hear the sound.
And in Starlight too, like her powers wasn't shown off. But I'm talking about like the scenes that you're like that they just went into details on. All the gory stuff they did not.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's some scenes
Beautiful.
though, and like I said, this is not a show for kids. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're under 21. You probably shouldn't be watching it. This is gory, gratuitous, sexual innuendo, sexual.
I have this one particular scene in my mind for a couple of days, and I really think I'm going to sit to a therapist and talk about it because it's it's the when the Deep is having sex with that girl. And she starts putting her hands in his gills.
I felt that.
Dude, I couldn't. Oh my god, dude, it was so bad.
And I told my wife hasn't got there yet. Okay, she hasn't got to that part. And you know what? I was thinking to myself. I was like, I get it though, because that's the way she's feeling about like because there's the rumors about what he did. So she's like, fuck this motherfucker. You know, I'm gonna do what I want to him. That's why she told him like, you're not going nowhere, motherfucker.
But she was into it. It wasn't like she was getting revenge. Like she was getting off on it.
Yeah, and he's like a super. Like he could have fucking broke her in half. Like, okay, so one thing I should note in the show is that everybody who's a super
is strong.
Well, this part there's an inconsistency in the show, just one. So it's supposed to like anybody that's a soup is automatically more durable and strong. Mm-hmm. Now you can also get a special power unique to you along with that, but at the minimum you're going to be more durable and you're going to be stronger. You're already a notch above human.
Which does make sense though.
Yes, but Mesmer wasn't. Mesmer is a complete full-on sissy with just mental powers. Now, like I said, he could just be an exception to the rule. Maybe there's more to their universe than I thought, but that was my general understanding of the show, and that's pretty much the way they displayed it. Is everybody you're bulletproof? Every one of them is bulletproof. I mean, they're all bulletproof. They haven't displayed that with A-Train yet.
I'm about to say A-Train got his shit. No, never mind. That girl broke it, huh?
Yeah, it was another suit broke his leg.
I'm about to say because that's A-Train got his shit busted, but
I was thinking that too. And
but
then I said the same thing. I was like, well, she is a soup. And, I mean, because Starlight got shot with a high caliber, like, freaking Barrett 50 caliber sniper rifle. It knocked her on her ass, but didn't kill her.
Dude, at first when he shot her with that, I thought it was a rubber bullet.
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly what to think. Then when I saw the gun, I was like, oh, wait, that's the same gun that they were using against Translucent.
Yeah.
Translucent. You guys gonna
Gone too soon.
I'm glad he's gone. Fuck gratuitous nudity with the guy. I mean, come on, we ain't seen a titty yet, but I mean, we've seen
some dicks.
We've seen his junk a little too much. So yeah, my favorite. So your favorite scene, or no. That's not your favorite. That's your most hated, right? What's your favorite scene?
I don't know. I can tell you one. The scene that had my mouth dropped two, and it had you drop two. The landlord.
Wait, the landlord? Oh! I saw that coming. Though.
Dude, I didn't think
I saw that coming. But
like when she crushed his face, so
like she didn't know.
I'm like, how did you not know? Like, did you squirt everywhere and like you don't realize how wet?
I was like, my wife was like, what? What just happened? I was like, That's his brain matter.
So my wife was in the room when that part came on, and she, she's not big into superheroes and stuff like that.
You don't have to be. That's what I like about the show. You don't have to be into superheroes.
When she saw that part, me and her both were just like,
yeah, what the fuck is going on here?
Dude, my mouth was dropped for that whole scene until they walked in.
This is one of those shows, okay? This is like, okay, if you think back to when Game of Thrones was good.
That's what I was telling Noah.
But back when Game of Thrones was good, you didn't have to be into the fantasy stuff to get into the show because there was the drama and stuff in there and the political stuff and all that. That made it worth watching. And that's how this is too. It's all about the drama, the politics, the corruption going on, the revenge. That's what it is. That's the kind of story it is. And that's why I say I don't know of an adult who couldn't get something out of this show.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't care what political standpoint you come from.
I was talking to our buddy John, who's been on the podcast before, and I was telling him, like, because we used to ask him questions, and like, I was like, dude, the best way to describe this to me or to somebody else is, this is early Game of Thrones. This is the potential of an early Game of Thrones when you just could not get enough of it.
Now, there's some major differences between it and the comic book. Character-wise, you're pretty much spot on with the characters. Your main guys are going to be Huey, which is a lot different than his character is in the comic book. He looks completely different. Not what you'd expect. Billy Butcher in the comic book is a big,
which we haven't touched on Billy yet. Billy is the guy that basically picks up Huey.
He's the new leader of the boys
and tries to get justice for Huey's girlfriend from A-Train.
Yeah, now I should clarify the boys originally were a government-backed group. They were a black ops government-backed group meant to get dirt on Supes and take them down.
Yeah.
But they were funded and...
and let's explain that. So for people who don't know the show, I know we're jumping around, but the Supes, like the main story for the Supes or the organization that runs the Soup, they're trying to get the Supes into the government to make more money off of them. One
company has a lock on the superheroes of the USA.
Which is weird because when Starlight was auditioning, it seemed like she was auditioning for more than one group.
She was auditioning for the Seven. The Seven is the Justice League.
Yeah. Okay.
She was auditioning for the Seven, but all of those little organizations are subsidiaries of Vought.
It's clever that they chose her because her powers is similar to the one that quote unquote retired.
It's funny because the one that retired, the Lamplighter. It's funny because his emblem is literally a lamp, just like Green Lantern. It's like except he has fire powers. Which at least they hinted at he has fire powers. They don't really show it, but I mean it is kind of funny. I'm like the similarities within the show are ludicrous.
But that's the point.
Yeah, they wanted to point that out because you look at DC and you've got these people who are god level people, and it's supposed to be like they wouldn't jaywalk across the street, and it's like, come on, be realistic. Someone with power like that, not every single one of them is going to do the right thing with it,
and none of them did. And the other thing is, like, I kind of figured something was going on with the powers because I'm like, for all this, we have yet to see a villain.
It's exactly what I thought when I first saw the show. There's no supervillain.
Oh, yeah, I'm like, so something.
Now something's controlling that is unique to the show. The comic book is different. The comic book, there are villain groups.
Well,
the boys actually have multiple enemies.
I think that's going to play more into season 2.
Absolutely. There's actually hints. Have you noticed the Fly?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Fly is hinting at something from the comic book. I'm not going to say any more than that. I'm not going to give away too much. But there people are like, oh, maybe that's hinting toward this. And it probably is. But they've changed so much. Anything they took from the comic book, they changed it so much that it's unrecognizable for the show. It's just source material.
And it's cool because most of the time you're definitely hearing from us like, man, we want the comic book shit.
But yeah, I'm okay with this.
That's what I'm saying. This is like something that it's phenomenal. It really is.
I mean, the comic book, a lot of people don't know the comic book.
Yeah.
And if it can elevate it, I'm okay with it.
But it's funny because...
I'm not saying the comic book's not good. I'm not telling people to go read the comic book. You can go read the comic book.
What a lot of things is... what's funny about it is, Netflix came out with Umbrella Academy, which is good. It's good.
It's different.
And then you're like, okay, but you still, I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for the next season for that. And I feel like that came out, and then we got The Boys, and The Boys are just like, what the fuck? Like, it's just on... Like, TV-wise, I think it's better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yeah, they took it to a whole nother level.
It's just like, it's...
They took it to that gritty level that people want it to be because it feels
it's
real.
so raw. Like there's the scene where Homelander and oh my god, I forget her name, Wonder Woman's girl, Maeve, they go to try to rescue a plane, and they can't rescue it because
he fucks up.
Yeah, he fucks up. He kills the pilots.
He kills the pilot. No, actually, the guy shot the pilot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
the guy shot the pilot, but he's so trigger happy with his laser eyes. He
fucked up the main circuits and stuff.
Yeah, he cuts the guy in half as well as the control console, and then he's like, "Oh well,
yeah,
fuck it."
And I'm gonna mention that in a second too, because he did that shit on purpose.
He does it a lot,
but he does it on purpose, and I know why. But anyway, so Maeve's like trying to save the plane because Maeve still has a heart. You could tell like she's not happy.
Yeah, she's the one that's been. She came into it just like Starlight,
naive
and she's been torn down for so long that now she's just going with.
And so,
and she's tearing her apart.
And so they're like, Maeve's like, we gotta save these people, and Homelander's like, oh no, they're fucked. I'm dipping out.
Yeah, and he's laughing. It's like,
and so they're walking out, and like he's such good at that because he'll look at her and go, oh, we're fucked. Turn around. No worries, guys. Everything's all good. We just got to go to the back of the plane
You're
for something.
You're the hero.
And then Maeve can't fly. And he's like, and when he turns to her and goes, because she's like begging him, no, we have to save him. He turns, don't die with them. Like, this is this is your opportunity. I'm leaving.
Normies.
Yeah, he's like, I'm leaving with or without you. There's no discussion about it. And she's like, "Well, let's save this little girl." And he's like, "No, because she's gonna tell somebody."
Yeah,
no.
Why, so. Oh, he tells them, "I will laser the fuck out of you! Get the fuck back! I will laser the fuck out of everyone."
And so they take off out the plane, and everyone dies. No one got saved in that plane.
Well, I think the part I liked the most was that he was real with her. She's like, "Go lift the plane." He's like, "That won't work."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'll punch right through the hole." He's like, what would I lift on anyway? She's like, I don't know, fly. And he's like, I would punch right through the hole. Like, it's not that strong.
Yeah.
It's not like in the... And that's one thing I like, is it's not like in the comics.
It's like completely real.
Yeah. Just like A-Train running through the... Absolutely true. Without the reflexes to match the speed, and you would do shit like that.
Technically, they did touch on him being more durable because... That could happen. That should have happened to him too when he ran. Like, there should have been repercussions.
He is more durable.
Yeah, so that does prove that he's more durable.
Him fighting with the girl he was fighting with the little Asian girl.
Yeah,
and he was
not Asian girl. I love that part. Black Noir is
Noir.
Sorry, is like one of my favorite characters right now, just because he just shows up randomly. Completely silent, like that part.
Fucking always eating and drinking shit and doing weird things.
But it was just funny
when he plays the piano.
Yeah, he gets to the piano and like this
stares at the fucking dude.
He's like, "You done yet?"
He's like, "You gonna get the fuck up or what?"
And he just starts playing it and beautifully too.
Yeah, very well. He's like randomly drinking shit or eating something just out of nowhere. And I love when they're having the meeting and he's like, "Lately, all of you have been fucking up.
Except for you, Black Noir.
Except for you. You're wonderful. You're fucking great." He's like
by himself, just chilling.
Like, yep, I'm the man. Still don't know what his power is.
I don't know.
We still don't know
because he's not.
Now in the comic book, I'll tell you, the comic book he's completely different.
I think he's like some type of assassin or spy, but
yeah, I mean that's just his character's like a Batman-esque.
When he was fighting that Asian girl,
he just used knives.
Yeah, he wasn't really.
What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Then again, she is trained too, though.
Yeah, but so in the comic book, spoiler alert on the comic book, he's actually a clone of Homelander. He's a contingency plan in case Homelander gets out of control.
So Batman.
But he has the same powers as Homelander. He just doesn't display them.
Oh, so
Homelander doesn't know that. That's in the comic book.
Back to Homelander. He can control the heat of his eyes.
Apparently.
And the reason why I bring that up is because of one of the last scenes we've seen with him.
Yeah, he's slowly burning.
He slowly burns, meaning he sliced through it, not caring about what the repercussions.
No. He does all the time, though. He does it through half the show. He just keeps cutting people in fucking half.
I thought it was kind of funny because in that show, in that one season with 8 episodes, we watched not one, but 2 planes go down. And I was like, wow, okay, they like the plane scenes.
He really likes to make planes go down.
Yeah.
But he, I guess that's, if you want to display a flying superhero, that's kind of the way to do it, is with the planes. So, The Deep is funny to me because it's like they never call me unless you're
but the Deep is
boat
also
or a river or a canal or a...
I like how they did his character because he's a total dick.
Yeah, but because he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
That's
but then, the whole Me Too movement got brought into it more than I expected. Because I really thought he was going to get away with that for most of the season.
No, I think it's hilarious that he got sent off
to Iowa or
Sandusky,
Ohio,
yeah. And he's like, nothing there. And he's like, all right, so who am I saving? Well, we don't really have crime.
Yeah.
So you're just going to kind of hang out here. There's a water park nearby. He's like, oh,
and, it was weird because he's all about saving the...
aquatic creatures. He's just so bad at it.
But it's not. Another thing is, it's like he tries to get kinky with them.
Yeah, you didn't catch the sexual innuendo between the dolphin and
him? He touched the hole and stuff.
Well, no, he was talking to him, and the dolphin was like telling him because he's responding. The dolphin's not literally talking; he's just clicking. He's making the clicking noises and stuff. And then he's like, yeah, I like you too. And he's like, he's like, no, I don't want to touch. He's like asking him to touch. He's like, all right, I'll touch it a little, like later. And then he's like, he's getting all excited. The dolphin's getting all happy. And then the dolphin scene. If you're gonna watch anything, just watch the dolphin scene.
Oh man,
that is classic.
It's like he watched his love of his life go flying out.
That's exactly what it was. He's like he had this thing with this dolphin, and it goes flying past, and he's just so bad at it. He's like, I'm gonna save this lobster.
Like he's at a supermarket and he's talking to the lobster that you buy, and he's getting kinky with the lobster too, just talking. He's like, hey buddy, come here, I want to pick a lobster. And he gets his lobster, and he forgets that they kill the lobster when they bag it up for you. So he's talking to the lobster, and the dude grabs the knife and he's like, no wait, and you just see the lobster get
stab it in his head. It's like,
yeah,
he's like, oh my god, my life sucks.
Yeah, he's like, fuck me.
I'm so bad at my job. And he goes home and proceeds to have a nervous meltdown, which I'm curious to see. I got this feeling I got this feeling he's gonna go full blown crazy and become like a bad guy.
But I don't know what his powers really.
Well, he's still super strong and super durable. He
still
is, and he can underwater and talk to fish and stuff.
He is a bitch, though. I mean,
he is a little bitch. He's a little bitch because he's the fish guy.
I think he's the weakest one of the 7.
He is. I mean, that's Starlight even says that. Starlight says like, you're just the fish guy.
Yeah, but she did, get.
No, he really is just the fish guy. He says it to his therapist. Remember, he's like, "You're just."
No, I'm saying, but for just a fish guy, she did take the load.
Oh yeah, she physically took that.
Which was weird. Cause at first, I thought they were insinuating that.
Apparently, he's done that a lot though.
Yeah, but at first, I thought he was insinuating that she gave him head, but she didn't. It was more of a Louis C.K. situation. Just not. I don't care what you say. This is happening.
Yeah, she gave him head, but
no, I don't think she gave him.
Yeah, she did. I mean, it's written in the thing. She became physically sick from giving him oral sex.
Oh, I thought she got physically sick because he kablammed on her face.
No. She took it to the mouth and then goes to the bathroom and proceeds to vomit.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, it's so fucked up. My wife,
dude, we
that
haven't
scene, he drops his pants and she's just like. And he's like stroking it. He's like stroking himself, like getting ready. He's like, what? Like complete douche. What?
Not even douche. It's like, man, this happens.
Got this?
Like, you didn't get the memo?
Yeah, like that's not a problem. That big. I'm number 2 around here. What?
Which was funny too, cause I'm like, you're not number 2.
Yeah, that's what she thought. I'm like, you're not number 2. Like, that was later. I mean, she just got there. She didn't know.
She didn't know.
And she's talking about like, well, I had a poster of you. So
yeah, like I didn't get that either. I was like, the girl, like, don't flirt with this dude.
Well, she's like religious nut. Oh, dude, the club, the fucking superhero club, and I'm like, it's exactly what a superhero club would be like. I was like, what? The little shrunken dude jumps into a chick. I was like,
so
what?
Basically, what he's mentioning is there's this scene where there's a nightclub and it's only access to superheroes, and they're doing all this.
Yeah, it's like a hush-hush. Nobody talks. Nobody tells. Yeah. Place they can blow off steam without being exposed.
Like they have a rubber band man, basically Elastica, who's getting head from this dude,
A religious nut too.
Yeah,
like,
and
he
then
is a full blown.
He stretches.
Prayed the gay away.
Yeah, his
religious nut.
his top part stretches under the table and goes to this other couch and starts making out with two guys.
Yeah, he's having like gay sex from one side of the room, stretches to the other side of the room, and he's kissing on two other guys.
And then like you have this little small dude running on a table, like he shrunk himself down like Ant-Man size and just dives into this pussy.
like literally
just dives
like,
in his whole
and
body.
they do the sound effect like when he hits and the chick's like, oh yeah. I was like, oh my god, Maul.
So great.
I think my wife missed that part because I mentioned it later, and I think she just wasn't paying attention at that part. And I'm like, wow, you're missing. Yeah, this is a show that if you look away, if you go to the bathroom, you're missing something important.
Like the creativity they get to with some of it.
Yeah, and all of it links back to something else.
I know.
Everything in there links back to something else in the show or some moment. And I feel like it's going to be that way for season 2, too. This is going to be a show that you're going to have to rewatch season 1 when season 2 comes out.
Oh, dude.
Which is already being filmed, by the way.
Yeah. It's skyrocketed on Amazon's list. Like it's. I think it's beat Mrs. Maisel right already.
All over, yeah.
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
All over the internet, it's been stomping left and right. People.
It's phenomenal. Like this is like one of the best shows I've seen in a very long time. And I just came off of watching Lucifer, which was a big disappointment for me.
You actually never watched it? You just started watching Lucifer?
I finished it, but I never did watch it.
Is it over? Like they're not filming anymore?
No, Netflix is doing another season.
Oh, Netflix picked it up.
Yeah,
it used to be on TV.
So the last season, we'll get off for a second. That's fine. The last season,
I'm curious.
The last season that just happened was on Netflix.
Well, I think the biggest problem for that show was that it actually. Okay.
So
this links back to The Boys. Being on Netflix and Amazon gives them the ability to be more flexible with the show.
What I said,
the biggest problem with Lucifer was that it was on TV.
So here was my problem with Lucifer, and it's a lot, but I'm gonna sum it down. One thing they didn't mention all the biblical characters from the Bible. It went for like 4 to 5 seasons on air, like on TV, and they mentioned maybe 5 biblical characters and maybe 2 played a big role.
He's in the comic books. Like this Lucifer is in comic books.
Well, and my issue is
there's a lot more to him.
They finally bring one character, Cain, in for the last season, and like you could tell they're trying to change the dynamics of what they were going to do.
They did. They gave him a sidekick and stuff instead of a like I watched a good bit of it. And I got off it because the show was so slow.
That's why I was telling people, like, the whole relationship with him and Chloe did not pick up even on a season. Something finally happened, but
and I mean for Lucifer, I'm like, wow, that's
Lucifer? Yeah, exactly. And so the last season I watched, Netflix did a really good job, better than what NBC or whoever had it did.
Yeah, they butchered it.
But I think it's too late.
The Wings thing, I thought that was going to be a much bigger deal. Yeah. And I was like, wait, what?
Well,
why do you make such a big deal out of it?
It makes me mad because, like I said, Netflix picked it up and I watched the final season. And thank God it was only like 12 episodes versus 26 episodes like the other seasons that were not called for whatsoever.
No, and that's the problem with watching a show on TV because they want to stretch it out for the ratings and for the commercials, whereas things like Netflix and Amazon, they're gonna get hits off of you watching it. So the more you like it, the more you talk about it. It's a better way to do it.
Yeah,
and it gives them the ability to go as graphic and as raunchy and as real.
And so Netflix was willing to dive into more darker things. You could tell the tone was a lot darker.
Like they showed him like what he really looks like.
Yeah, they did. They showed his whole body as a devil, and it was awesome, but again, too late. Like the next season that comes out, I'm not watching.
Yeah, you can't resurrect it.
I'm not watching it.
It's just
done.
Too late. There's a lot of shows like that they try to pick back up on there.
But that was the thing. I went through that whole season in about a week and a half, and I hated almost every second of it. I liked some characters in it, but I liked the characters.
I just hated that it was supposed to be Lucifer, and I'm like, this is the most PG Lucifer I could ever imagine.
Well, that's the thing. I liked the reason why I liked certain characters is because I was trying to hold on to something. Because everyone's telling me I need to watch it. And at the time, I was like, the boys. Because I was waiting on the boys for a while.
Yeah, I've been talking about it for a while.
Because when I saw the trailer, I'm like, I gotta see this. It looks awesome. And so I had a week and a half until the boys came out. And so I'm like, I'll give Lucifer a shot because everyone was talking about how good it was. And Honestly, I think it got its hype because Netflix got it. I think Netflix got it. And
it had been out forever. I remember watching that a long time ago.
Well, that was the thing. When it first came out, I remember when it first came out, it was big.
Yeah, for like a week.
Exact. Well,
and then it
the first season was big for it.
Yeah, it was the
introduction.
Everybody thought it was going to be different.
Yeah, and then you didn't hear anything of it until it got canceled, and Netflix was like, "Oh, we're going to pick it up," and it blew up again. Mm-hmm. And again, for me personally, it just sucked. I know a lot about the Bible.
Now I will tell you that Lucifer is based off of comic book Lucifer.
Right, but they were still trying to touch on biblical bodies.
Yeah, but that's all. Like I said, that's all in the comic book. The comic book plays with biblical characters.
Yes, but they didn't do it right. They really didn't.
No, they didn't even do it like comic. They didn't even do it close to comic book issues.
They had their brother Amenadiel, which I liked at first, and then again
they brought people in as sidekicks.
Yeah,
anybody who was like so they had people that were like contrary. The how do I put it? They had people that were the antagonist. And then suddenly they're the sidekick.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, what?
For like 5 episodes, like Amenadiel was supposed to be the bad guy, and then he turns into a good guy. Well, whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
Sidekick. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not a good guy, not a bad guy.
And then
sidekick.
But it just, I don't know. It wasn't good. For me, it was like you have all this you can take from, and you just don't.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
And you wanted to do like a Bones.
I'm so glad the boys.
And so and so basically,
and I'm actually glad they deviated from the comic books. You know why? Because I read stuff in the comic books, and I'm like, I didn't read all the comic books. I just read some of them. When I heard about the boys a long time ago, I was like, let me look into it. I found out it was comic books. I read into it and all. I'm so glad they didn't go along with the comic books because there is something. It's all unexpected. I mean, the season finale, super unexpected. I thought I knew it was gonna happen, and then they threw a fucking curveball after curveball.
Yeah, like
there are 3 curveballs.
You don't know what's going to happen. Like you know what's about to happen when that scene when he has the button. You knew what was coming, but before that episode happened, that like the second to last episode, you didn't know that was about to happen.
No, and I was trying to put timelines together and stuff like that because I was getting confused about time frames.
But can we talk about how Butcher killed a baby? And did not give a single fuck.
It was all over the internet. They're like, dude, what happened to baby Teddy? Did Butcher fucking murder the baby? Like they're like,
but that's so. What happens is
he's more fucked up.
Butcher's wife. Butcher believes that his wife was raped and she killed herself. She was raped by Homelander, and because of it, she killed herself.
So he was told by Mallory, the first group leader of the boys.
Yeah,
that his wife was raped by Homelander. And from what we see, we're led to believe that up till this very moment, we still are under.
Well, not from what we see. Truthfully, it's just because we didn't see anything. We just had to take the word for it.
I mean, like I said, she comes out of a closet, clothes are torn up. They said it's been 3 hours that she was in there, and she's pretty jacked up, and she disappeared.
Once they showed that video, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the in between.
I was like, something else is going because she did that little, like I was like, oh no, something else went on there.
Possibly, and that's what I'm saying. We're still. I think that's going to be part of season 2.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, but
and that happened. Homelander's preaching a different story. Somebody else is saying something.
That happened after after episode 5-ish that we actually saw that. So before that, we were just taking his word for it, and so
you don't even find out about that until like episode 4 or 5.
Yeah,
you find out. They don't even tell you his real reason for hating Homelander.
Yeah,
until way later.
And but we know that he has a giant vendetta against Homeland. Like he's willing to do anything. He really like gives up on his people.
Yeah, his goal throughout the entire show
is to kill Homelander.
He really doesn't care about anybody else's plight. He doesn't really care about what's going on with Huey and Huey's girlfriend. He's just using Huey as a tool to get what he wants.
As far as we know, there is no kryptonite for Homelander at this point in time.
Except that he can't see through zinc.
Was it zinc or lead?
Zinc.
Okay.
They wanted to differ a little bit. That's why it was kind of weird. Zinc. I think I can see through zinc.
Homelander has this weird thing going on with one of the heads of the organization.
She from what I can gather, she was his handler before, and now she's been promoted up, and he's still trying to.
The way he was looking at her, like through the walls, watching her breasts like pump and stuff.
Oh yeah, he has a mommy complex, Oedipus complex.
For a while there, I thought she raised him or something.
She kind of did. I don't know the full details about it, but like he never had a mother, he never had a father, he never had parents, he never had a family at all, which is why he's so fucked up.
That scene where like he's laying on her lap, and his head's like right by her breast, and he starts like moving his lips like he's a baby about to want to suck on.
Yeah, that's what she was doing. She's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, and then she puts her fingers in his mouth and she act like it's a nipple. I'm like what the fuck? And this is like someone like you see as Superman, and then you see this.
I saw that coming. I was like, that's exactly what he's got going on.
No, they're supposed to see him as Superman.
And he wanted that baby to die.
Oh, I know.
He hated that fucking baby.
Well, that's why he brought it downstairs, too.
He fucking hated the baby.
He wanted Butcher to do that. So anyway, what Butcher does is Butcher sees that he's close to... The girl's close to Homelander, so he breaks into her house and makes her call Homelander over. And when Homelander arrives, he has the whole house set to detonate. And
she's strapped up with bombs.
And then he has a dead switch on it, so if he lets go of if his thumb releases, everyone fucking dies. So Homelander lands on the roof, walks downstairs with the fucking baby, and
brings the baby into
the woman is flipping out. And I forget her name. I'm sorry. When you binge something like this, it's hard to keep track of names sometimes.
Stillwell is her.
Yeah, Stillwell. So Stillwell is like
that's her last name.
Stillwell is like freaking out.
Miriam Stillwell or something like that.
She's like, "Get my fucking baby out of here!" And
Homelander's just like, "Please just take the fucking baby."
Yeah, and Homelander's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that."
Yeah, don't worry about it. Relax, we're good.
And so, and this is like around the time when Homelander finds out she lied to him not once but twice.
Oh, so you got to back up on that one.
Well, let me get to that because like we just said, he had a weird fetish for her, and so you're thinking this is his soft spot, you know? This is the only thing we can see that as his weakness. And then he has this moment where he's kind of like, hold up, Butch, I got something to talk to her about. Like, I know you have this going. I know you have your own thing going on.
I love that scene though because Butcher knows he can't hurt Homelander.
Well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But the fact that because Butcher watches this played out because at first he's like, I got you, like I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah, his whole attitude changes.
And then Butcher watches this played out when Homelander's kind of like
planning on dying too.
That's the thing.
Like, I know I can't kill you. But I want to hurt you.
But that was the thing. So, like, Homelander's, like, talking to her, and she's, like, she admits she's afraid of him, that she lied to him. And so he looks her in the eyes and slowly burns her through the eyes into the head and kills her. And then, so Butcher watches all this dramatic scene. Homelander looks back and goes, oh, I guess I followed your plan. And you're thinking Butcher's like, like, oh, fuck. But Butcher
I'll tell you, what I thought was going to happen, because they didn't show him for a second, I thought he was going to turn around and Butcher was going to be fucking gone.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Like, he just fucking took off.
Butcher's like standing there and like, Homelander turns around, he goes, oh, he's like, guess your plan's for. And Butcher, maybe a second go by, he goes, oh, well. And he fucking explodes the whole house.
He's like, oh, well.
He's like,
fucking dead.
Blows the whole house. Did not give a single fuck. And I'm just like, what? Like,
I was like,
I didn't expect that part.
No, I didn't expect that whole scene. And I'll tell you, so the whole reason for all this shit was Homelander found out that Butcher's wife, who he apparently had sex with, whether it was rape or consensual, she had gotten pregnant. That was the reason why she left and disappeared. He didn't know if she was dead, if Homelander had killed her, or if they made her disappear, if she committed suicide. He didn't know. He just knew she was gone. And it turned out she left because she was pregnant, and she was asking Vought to help her. She worked at Vought. So she was asking for help because this baby was growing fast, it was strong, it had powers, they knew it had powers, and they were like, oh shit, what do we do?
And I gotta say, I didn't catch that. Like, you know how they were two different stories? When she said, oh, like, it had a miscarriage.
Oh, no, I totally got that.
Well, no, I thought it was still accurate because, like, the way the other guy described it, it was kind of like he came out stillborn, like breathed for a second, but we declared it.
Yeah, he drowned in his mother.
Yes, yeah, so I thought
he tore his way out of her.
Yes, I still thought it was a miscarriage. Yeah. I still thought it was that's why. But Homeland caught that.
I think so. I'm trying to now. I'm playing conspiracy with the show, right?
Yeah, you're trying to think back.
I can't go off the comic book because in the comic book she's dead. She did die. In the comic book she did. The baby. It's way more dramatic, right? The baby is accelerating, growing fast. This is at their home. The baby comes out, kills her, and tries to attack him. And he literally stomps it to death. Like, he kills the baby. That's why he hates it.
That's awesome.
Yes. That's the comic book. And that's why I said this was completely different from the comic book. But you knew that earlier on. Like,
when you find out,
he had to he had to try to fucking kill this fucking super baby that just ripped his way out of his life.
Can we back up for a second and talk about how Butch grabbed an infant.
That was awesome. My wife was like, "What the fuck?" And that was actually a little wink and nod to the baby stomping thing from that, because that's exactly what he says he'll do. He said, "Keep your nose clean, or I'll come back and stomp you." And I'm thinking, yeah, that's exactly what he did.
He says that about everything. He's like, if a superhero gets too, we stomp him.
Thick British accent.
Yeah, but it's just, I love how he looks at the baby. He goes, now keep your nose clean.
You little beauty.
I'll stomp. I'll come back and stomp.
Fucking lasering people in half with a baby.
It's so awesome.
He's like walking around like it's a little weapon. It ain't going off. He's like shaking its head. He's like, come on.
Like, if you imagine like one of those baby dolls, with the head that can turn back and forth. Just imagine you putting lasers in the eyes. And that's basically what he's doing. He was just shining, cutting people in half.
Cutting everything in half. That was
phenomenal.
Awesome. That was a great part to it. Especially, he's looking at Mother's Milk.
Mother's Milk. Which is funny because I thought Homelander should have been Mother's Milk.
The story to Mother's Milk is way more interesting in the comic book.
I think they're going to dive more into it.
Yeah, but he's not the same. In the comic book, he has powers too, but just not super powered like they are. He's more durable and all. But the thing is, he has to continue drink his mother's milk.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he has to. There's something about the natural compound B or something she's producing is sustaining him.
So, because two things they didn't really describe. Because we know Huey's backstory. We now know Butcher's backstory. We don't know Mother's Milk or.
I'm sure they'll get to it. We don't. Yeah. We know a little bit about Frenchie. We know he just had a fucked up life.
Frenchie's weird. I love it though. I love how weird Frenchie is.
Yeah, especially when he's trying to cheer Huey up. One time, my father tried to smother me with a blanket. He's like, "Shit happens. Let's go." No, that was fucking crazy. Popclaw's crazy.
Frenchie is one of the nicest people you'll meet, but he loves killing superheroes.
Well, yeah, he's a sadistic fuck, but he's got a soft spot.
He's the one that kills a translucent.
I got it. We're going to shove explosives up his eyes.
So translucent, his skin's carbon fiber.
It's a carbon metamaterial that he can activate it, and he becomes like diamond, but light passes around it, which makes him invisible.
And he's impenetrable.
Yeah, but he becomes diamond.
They try drills. They try this.
That was kind of stupid because I'm like, why don't you just drown him?
Because they mentioned that, and they said when they're like, why would you drown him? He's like, and Frenchie was like, look what happened with and they mentioned the time. He's like, and they all died.
They mentioned a couple of them, but he said something. He said one of them. He was like, oh, well, they tried to do this, and then this happened. But I don't remember if they said something about drowning him.
Yeah, it was like waterboard drowning, and he's like, no, look, they did this in 2005, and look what happened.
Yeah, because he's still stronger.
Yeah,
more durable.
So yeah, they tried that, and
they tried a carbon bullet made out of the same material to shoot him with.
Dude, they spent maybe 3 minutes on this little video, song going on while they're making
montage of him making this bullet,
and
it's gonna do the trick. He walks in there, boom, bing, 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 bing. He's like, fuck.
And what does it? A pipe bomb up that ass.
Yeah, an explosive up your ass, which is awesome, by the way, especially that explosive.
But it was funny because the moment they did it. The dude is invisible, and he's like, "Oh, so what you gonna do with me now?" He's like, "Oh, we shoved it up your ass," and he turns back into regular skin. He's like, "What?"
He's like, "Wait."
He's like, "We gotta talk now." We need to talk.
You have plastic explosives up your ass. He's trying to reach up there, and he's like, "Boom!" But I love how accurate they are and stuff because they're like, we can blow him up, we can burn him up. But his skin is still that material because he died invisible. He stayed invisible.
So they
got invisible chunks of skin that they can't get rid of because they can't dispose of it.
Here was my question though, because they're like, oh, Homelander's gonna find it. How was he gonna find it?
They said eventually. He said, but we can slow him down.
Okay.
So they threw it out in the water.
Yeah, right. I know that, but at
the
same time, I'm like, man, it's invisible. So how is that? Or I was like,
maybe his eyes can see it.
I stopped questioning it. Maybe he could see the bones. I don't know.
No, they burned all that. That's what he said. They were able to burn everything except his skin. There's still a pile of goo and nastiness.
Maybe underneath. Maybe I don't know.
Like I said, there might be a little inconsistency or two.
But
but we don't know everything about their powers. They don't give us a list of their powers. We know that he has supervision. He has heat vision. He's strong.
That was such a badass moment because. And it's weird because Homeland was
Huey. He gets a new respect for Huey.
Yeah. Well, not even that. I'm talking about the part when the Deep gives Homeland the box, and he's like, "Remember how I've been saying we need to look for translucent?" Yeah. And it's like, yeah, and then he opens the box, and it's like. And she's like
freaking
freaking out. He's like, "What, mom, guy?" He's like, "I told you." She's like, "Well, we don't know this is a terrorist attack." He's like, read the lid. And it says, "Coming from you."
We're coming for you.
He's like, "Yeah, this was an attack on us."
Like, yeah, I think, and he's all excited about it. Like, he's like,
oh yeah, he's bored.
And
he's like, how bored he is.
Yeah, somebody wants to.
What when he remember when he lands during the pep rally? He's like, "Hey, everybody, you fucks!" Like,
yeah, you stupid fucks. He insults normal people throughout the entire show. He keeps like the normal people, those things. He talks to them like they're not even people; they're just things.
But then he has like this whole
like toys.
It's weird because like with Butch, like he kept complimenting Butch, and you didn't see that.
Yeah, he doesn't want Butcher to die.
Yeah, he's like, "I fucking love you." Like,
yeah, he's like, fucking keep this shit going, man. Here, y'all need something? You need some weapons? I mean, like, you could tell he wants him to try.
But he was like, because he's like, "Okay, tell me your whole plan." And like Butch is like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill her in front of you." And then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna follow your plan now." And he's like, "I followed it now." And Butch is like, "I don't care. I'm gonna die with trying."
No. I'm not gonna let that happen. He's like, so, you're too fun for that.
That's the thing. In that moment, like, I wonder how he saved them, because they don't show him having super speed.
Yeah, like I said, they haven't shown everything he can.
But at the same time, all it would have took was for him to stand in the way of the blast.
Yeah, it would have knocked him out. But if he had stood in front of the blast, he would have took the blunt of it.
Yeah,
which would have saved him.
Cause we didn't get to see the house afterwards either.
No, we didn't see any of that. For all we know, Teddy might not be dead. They may surprise us with Teddy's alive.
I doubt that.
First, I thought Teddy was going to be a suit. I thought he was going to try.
That's kind of surprising that he wasn't, considering that.
No, because here's the thing about Compound V. Compound V that turns soups into soups. Like, soups aren't normal, okay? Soups didn't come into being.
Oh yeah, we didn't explain that.
They don't know this. So soups did not naturally come to be. Everybody thinks that's what happened, that they just miraculously came into being. Well, it turns
chosen by God.
Yeah, it turns out Vought created a solution that can potentially turn someone into a super. But there is the chance that they might not. They could become mentally handicapped or even develop cancer and die.
Oh.
So when you do it, there's a chance that you won't survive the process. Now, here's the other twist to the show, which I thought was going to happen at the end because it's what happened in the comic book. The end of the comic book, when they're in like a shit situation, nothing related to the show, Butcher stabs Huey with a needle of Compound B and turns him into a soup. Not soup like them, but he's more durable and strong.
Right, like Asian girl, because she don't have a power.
She's super healing. That's her power.
Oh, I thought that just came with. Okay.
No, not everybody's got that. Like A-Train.
Isn't her brother the supervillain now?
No, that's a Muslim guy.
I thought that
was written in. It was Captain in like
Muslim. That would have been cool. I would have liked that twist.
That was a great twist to the show. That Homelander single-handedly is orchestrating creating supervillains.
Yeah, that was kind of unexpected. I really thought
with the Seven.
I thought she did that.
But that's actually the dynamic they're going for in the show, is that the superheroes are actually the villains, and the people that are kind of the villains, the boys, are actually the heroes. Guys, yeah, they're the action, and they're the. Now I can kind of see why they didn't do like in the comic book. In the comic book, they all at some point they all end up with power, but not soups. They're just more durable and stronger. Just to make them more balanced. Just to balance out the show. That was in the comic book. In the show, they haven't done that yet. Could potentially.
Well, like I said,
Frenchie touched on it.
Well, his girl, she's a super. I don't know what her power is.
Who?
The girl that he calls and he's like, "We're burned," and then she's
a soup?
Yeah, she's a soup.
Think so?
Yeah. So like they gave off that vibe like she was.
Yeah, she's weird.
No, they gave off the vibe like she's like this unorthodox soup kind of thing.
She could potentially be. I did thought that I can tell you that Vought did target people to turn them into soups, and they did keep track of them. So it would be a little weird to find out that she is. Now, the Asian chick, of course, that was an underground experiment that these people were doing.
Well, you never know what could happen. It could have been...
That was actually Homelander running that experiment.
I know.
When I think back about it, that was actually Homelander and A-Train, and they were actually running that. Yeah, that was weird. And then A-Train's fucking doping up with the...
That's funny.
That was. Especially when he like disappears real quick, shoots it up, comes back, and he's all hyped up.
It's kind of weird that Compound V is like... For A-Train, it started deteriorating him.
It was just like a steroid. Overuse of it was having a bad effect.
Well, kind of surprised. It was weird because it was literally like, oh, you're on your last stand.
Oh yeah, it's like heart exploded.
Yeah,
his bones are deteriorating. It's like all kinds of shit goes wrong with you. Like now he's relying on it. Shockwave's actually faster than he is.
Yeah, I know. Well, he was talking about some like amateur in another state could run faster than him.
Yeah, he was joking about how slow he is now. Yeah, I mean, but I'm really interested to see season 2, and I've got a few conspiracy theories kind of things.
We're not done talking through half of it. I mean, there's so much more.
Yeah, but you want to give away too much. But, like, okay, so I want to talk theories, though. So, I have a theory that Vought was doing a second experiment for Homelander, because the Professor strip tells him, you were a failure. You were my greatest failure.
That's why the son was separated from him.
Exactly.
The son is
I think that was all meant to happen. I think maybe she was meant to like seduce him to see if they can get pregnant, and then because the doctor even said like without a mother, if you separate, he's breeding dogs, and he's like if you separate him from the mother, they become violent, aggressive, blah blah blah. And then I was thinking, I was like, yeah, they separated Billy Butcher's wife and the kid from Homelander. Uh-huh. So I'm gonna give you the finale now. So spoiler alert, but so Billy Butcher's wife's still alive. The baby survived. Homelander's baby survived, and now he's like a 10-year-old kid or something.
Which is weird because it's only like an 8-year gap. So
yeah, but he ages faster. I think he develops quicker. They even said the baby developed quick.
Does he die quicker?
I mean, maybe they get to a certain age and stop. I don't know. Maybe
it was just kind of weird.
Well, like I said, not everything is answered, and I don't know how long it's actually been. It's been a while because they're talking about Mallory.
8 years. It keeps showing an 8-year gap when they met, so
no
more than 8.
I mean, he could be 8. He could just be big for 8. I mean, they didn't say how old he
12.
was. He did. They made him look like he was like a 14-year-old kid or something. But he, I think that was all part of the plan. I think he was meant to be raised in secret.
In a loving family, yeah.
Yeah, in a loving household so that he would be a good superhero. Yeah. And then they can ditch Homelander.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, I think they made him to take out Homelander.
Yeah, which is, in the comic book, was Black Noir. But...
And it still could be Black Noir.
Maybe.
Because they
said he was a lab baby. He was developed in a lab, grown in a lab, raised in a lab, and then he was a superhero. They told him what to say, what to do.
I will tell you the person playing Black Noir is a black dude right now.
Yeah, he's big. But he does have the build of Homelander.
Well, when I paused it, because Zeta was crying, like, you know how, like, in Prime, it show you actors on the screen? It showed a black dude playing Black Noir. I don't know if that means anything, but it was a black actor playing him this season.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe they haven't cast someone. I'm not saying it can't be a black guy. Like I said, they may go a completely different direction.
No, you're right.
Black Noir. I kind of already differentiated enough to say that that's
I kind of want that to be Black Noir, though. Like,
what?
Him being a clone of Homelander.
It'd be interesting. Especially since his personality is so quirky. Like, Starlight tries to talk to him, he's like...
he's
just like, yeah, talking's not my thing, chick.
So it's just so funny because, like, he has this, like, black... He reminds me of, Snake Eye from G.I. Joe. Because he, all mask all the time.
Completely black.
He has, like, this straw going through his mask so he can drink it.
He's always eating or drinking
didn't break a hole for it or nothing. He just, like... put the mask in his mouth with the straw and drinking it.
Drinking through like a sock, like a black stocking over his head.
I fucking love it. And then, like, when you actually see him in action, when he's about to fight the agent, you see him doing, like, flips and stuff real quick.
He's doing, like, flips around the room, jumping off rooftops, flipping off cars. He's got a bunch of knives. He's throwing knives and cutting people up and stuff like that. So, I mean, like, so far we haven't seen him have a real power.
No, he's like the comic relief, I think.
Yeah, besides for that so far this season he has been. Yes.
And I
am waiting for them to introduce more people to the 7. There's some characters. I already read some stuff about them confirming a villain, a Nazi-esque, but I think it's gonna be a girl. I think in the comic books it was a guy, but I think in this time it's a girl.
See, the thing that Homelander, I was about to say didn't account for, but he probably doesn't care, was because they mentioned they brought it to so many different hospitals. He probably doesn't know who's getting it. He probably doesn't fucking care who gets it.
Well, the hospital's not him. That's Vought. Vaught's planning those. They actually make deals with the parents. Those are all planned ones. The one he was doing was literally running it around the world. He had
that's what he said. He was running around the world, giving it to.
Yeah, but just straight up giving it to people. Like, I don't know if he's just sticking them with it or what, but they were doing experiments to see if an adult can get it Which he even said that, like, we ran adult trials, which that does kind of hint to the boys possibly getting powers too. Frenchie even said something about, oh, I have to try it. I'll have to try to know for sure.
Yeah. So
there is potential for them to gain at least more durability. I kind of feel at a certain point it's going to become necessary to the show.
Yeah.
Now that they're exposed completely, I mean, through most of the show, they're operating in the shadows.
That was kind of quick. I didn't expect them to be exposed that soon.
I didn't either. I thought that was going to be at the very end of the season.
I didn't think Mesmer was going to be such a bitch.
I did. Full on did.
I didn't think he was going to rat him out to
Just that character, his personality, and the actor playing him.
The actor playing him, though, I really like that actor.
Yeah, what's his name? That's Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, because, like, he's in... when he was in Future Man, too, I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, he does all these little quirky roles now. I
love it, though.
It's just funny to see him. I was like, holy shit, look at him.
Yeah, because, kid actor. Well, I like how they kind of nudged at him with the whole kid actor.
Oh, yeah, he's a child actor, failed child actor. I was like, wow, can you poke him a little more? He's not quite there.
He probably came up with the idea for all we know.
Maybe so. But
he's like, wait, guys, because
that was clever.
He was already part of the 7 before. He was part of
Dude, when your girl broke his wrist, I was like,
well, no, when he's like, so his power is like when he touches you, he can see what you're thinking.
He sees like everything, see your mind, what
and
you
so
think,
like
what you did,
when he betrays the boys and all that, Butch goes to see him, and he's like, I can help you, and he's like, Butch, and he's like, let me touch you, let me find out, and so he touches Butch, and the only thing you see in Butch's mind is Butch killing him over and over again. Like, it's such a savage moment because mesmerized.
When you realize what's about to happen.
Yeah, because he thinks he's like, I got him now once I touch him. And he touches him, and Butch is just killing him over and over again in his head.
Yeah, which once again, that was the part I was kind of like, wait, I thought all the soups had durability and all stuff. Like, see, so in the world of the soups, there's levels to everything. You have your lower class people like Pop Claw, who's stronger and more durable, but she's just got little bones that come out
she
of
was
wrist.
like a higher class too, but she fell.
No, she was pretty low class. She was like a movie star, but it's like not even a real movie star. She was like this fake porn kind of movie star. Kind of like the old 80s movies and stuff like that. That's kind of what she was. And yeah, that's A-Train's little love thing. That was weird.
Which it was weird because like he kept blaming Huey, and I'm like,
well, he says it at the end.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time,
but he's still mad at him. He just wants to take it out.
It's so funny because Huey's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "I didn't kill her. Like, what are you talking about?"
Like, no, I did, but you made me do it. I'm like, it's because of you that I had to do it.
He's like, "I didn't know."
That was fucked up.
When he killed her.
A-Train's a fucked
Dude,
up
they did an amazing job on his arc though.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I can't wait for them to delve into more people, add some people. Because, first of all, you have to... What are you going to do about the 7 right now?
Well, yeah. Well, me and John was talking, and we both was talking about where, like, I think Starlight might be pregnant.
Be interesting.
Well, they didn't really show her drinking.
With who?
Remember at the party after she found out about Huey, and she was hitting on that dude? They didn't show her drinking too much. But she was throwing up in that bathroom.
No. Okay, so she was throwing up because the thought of what she was doing, like playing that role, made her physically sick. Just like it kind of brought up the thoughts about...
Conspiracy theorist, morning sickness.
Yeah, I mean, we can go to the conspiracy theorists, but it was supposed to be like the thought of doing what she was doing when she thought back to like the deep and stuff made her physically sick.
Yeah, but she didn't get that way with Huey, so baby in the womb.
She likes
baby in the womb.
That would be pretty quick. I mean, that was all you gotta remember. This whole season took place over a very short period of time. Remember, from the beginning and end, yeah, we're talking about 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 week pregnancy test.
I mean, yeah, but they didn't have sex till way later in those 2 weeks. But she's a soup. Yeah, that's possible.
I mean, again, Homelander's baby.
It's possible. We'd have to see that. Like I said, it's a conspiracy theory. I don't think they're gonna do that to her yet.
There's no telling. Because they're going to cast
Lamplighter. And Tech Knight. I hear they're going to do Tech Knight. Which is supposed to be another Batman-esque. He's going to be somebody that just has a bunch of tech tools and stuff like that.
Well, they mentioned Lamplighter way too much.
The scene where they're having the talk and he's talking about Ice Princess. I was like...
When her penis gets froze off?
Yeah, he's like, so I'm still inside her. And she turns to ice.
She climaxes.
And the inside of her goes to negative 300 something degrees, which is the same as liquid nitrogen. He's like, so yeah, it broke off. I was like, what the fuck?
You know what else blew my mind? And it's like, but you still work for them. Like, because he's the one that was talking.
Well, I know. That's why I was laughing about it. I was like, wait, that's the dude that fucking works there.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Works for marketing.
Yeah, so now he's a fucking Munich. But
so great.
So yeah, but he's just describing that shit cracked me up. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And he's talking about how he still loves her.
Yeah.
I was like, is it crazy that I still love her and miss her? I'm like, yeah, a little bit.
And then I love that Butch's part. He's like, oh, fucking pathetic.
Yeah, fucking pathetic, you fucking sissies. He's like, you should be out with fucking chainsaws wanting revenge. He's not wrong.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, that was another thing. Like,
where's his character gonna go?
I don't know.
The team's gotta be fucking pissed with him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I mean, what could he possibly do to redeem himself in the team's eyes? I mean, Huey came to their rescue, which is like I said,
which was surprising. I didn't expect the way he did it for that to work like it did. The retainer part. Yeah. I did like when they punched the fuck out of him.
Like, it's only gonna sting for a second. Wait, what's gonna sting?
Which you know, it's funny because the whole like you kind of wish that would have been Butch because they both Frenchie and Mother's Milk both want to punch Butch really bad. You can tell through the whole season, like just one hit.
Yeah, but they won't because it's like in the comic book, Butcher's supposed to be he's a big dude in the comic book. He's supposed to be a big old dude.
Well, they make him look as a scary.
Mother Milk is pretty big too, but Mother's Milk is supposed to be your number 2 guy in there.
You can tell because Butch goes places that other people won't.
Yeah, I mean he's a fucking killer.
Right. Yeah.
He's been trained by Mallory and all them and stuff like that.
I mean, first episode he fucking runs over Translucent.
Yeah, that was a lot of hype for a big letdown with that though in the fight with Translucent.
It was funny.
Because they hyped it up and then he gets his ass kicked.
Well, that was the thing, but I like the part like when he's fighting and he can't see and then like
spits the blood.
Yeah, he busted his mouth.
There you are, you fucker.
He's like, yeah. But it's still
he's spitting it on his hands so you can see his hands.
But it does make sense that he couldn't beat him because I mean he is.
Yeah, diamond skin. No, I completely get that. I just thought he would have thought that through a little more. The electricity.
So what I think happened was honestly I don't think it was thinking it through. I think this is emergency. It was more of an emergency situation.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I wanted it to be like he knew that Translucent was going to go after. I wanted it to be more clever.
Yeah, but
like he knew that he was following him and he planned it a little bit better. I wanted it to be that way. So, but I mean, it's just not the way the character is. Okay, so Butch is he acts like he has all his shit together. They portray him like that.
It's so funny.
Really, he's just...
He goes, I'm an FBI... He's like, I'm an FBI agent. So when they think, he thinks they killed Translucent, he was talking to him. He's like, man, we should just get you FBI. But he's always like, FBI.
You call Translucent.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, who's that?
I like
when he messes with him and he's like, you stupid fuck, Translucent doesn't even mean invisible. It means semi-transparent. You stupid fuck. That shit was funny. It's true though, like all their fucking names are. It's funny because their names are like spoofed, like the Deep. I'm like, okay, and then like I don't get Queen Maeve. That's like a random word, Queen Maeve.
I don't.
What's Maeve?
I don't know because her character is weird too because she also talked about how she broke bones saving the bus, and I was kind of.
She was younger.
Yeah, but I was like,
she was young. She wasn't developed yet.
I guess.
They're saying like she caught a bus when she was a kid or something, and it broke some bones in her.
And I kind of want them to tell us more about her and Homelander's relationship.
I think that was forced.
I thought so too.
It was a forced relationship, which is why she had to give up her. She's a lesbian.
Oh yeah.
But she had to give up her lesbian relationship. The company forced her to be like Homelander's girlfriend.
But it's just weird because Homelander hits on her sometimes, and
I think Homelander thought it was real.
Maybe. I don't know. It's
weird. I think they've always been playing Homelander because they knew how volatile he was. So I think they told Maeve, like...
Yeah, because it's weird because when you first meet him, like, when you first, like, really see him, like, he's intimidating other heroes, and they're just, like... They're backing down pretty fucking easily.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, it seems to be the logic behind Homelander, or at least the drive behind him, is you got to think of it like if you gave a 10-year-old superpowers. Yeah. How would he be?
Smart fucking 10-year-old, though.
I mean some parts.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Some parts, yeah. Some parts, not. I mean, sometimes he does things that are like a fucking child.
Oh, yeah.
He jumps the gun like a child, and he gets excited about silly stuff like a child. So, I mean, but that's the idea. He's supposed to be childish childish man, but with superpowers who
Dude,
fucking mother complex.
The casting on this though was great.
Yeah, there's a couple of scenes though where his body suit's like all fucked up.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
No, I'm just saying that was funny to me. I was
over in general, like all of them.
No, they were good. Their acting was good.
I didn't feel like no one was slacking off.
No,
so it was really
people
good.
brought their A game to the show.
How would you rate it, 1 to 10?
Comparatively or overall? Like
both.
I'm trying to think. I mean, for right now, it's.
I know it's only season 1, so
it's a 9 or a 10, just as far as.
It's definitely a high 9 for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9 just because there's potential for growth. I hope production value gets a little better because, like I said, throughout the show, they went the easy route when showing powers.
Yes.
They always went to talking about their powers or making sound effects off screen.
And keep in mind, this was also a lot of setup too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think this whole season was a trial.
Oh, it was a pilot.
And Amazon does not have. Well, Amazon has the money, but they don't put as much money into their shows as much as Netflix does. This one's Yeah, I think they gave it a shot. They put some money in it, and I think next season they're going to put a little more. And I think
I think a lot more is going to go into it because dude, the numbers on that is still rising.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people. I'm like, dude, y'all seen The Boys yet? And they're like, what?
Dude, when I'm telling customers about it, and like the ones that are watching it, me and them are having like 30-minute conversations about it. It's just so fucking good.
Yeah, and I love that it's a Prime thing because I don't have to wait week to week.
I know.
I fucking hate waiting week to week.
Oh, I do too.
Or I just get
I
it
do
over
too.
with. I want to just watch it and get it over with.
So from this season, like I said, I do give it a high 9. Compared to other things, it's still.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
this season as a whole was.
In the last like 6 years, if there's a show you like, this is still probably better than.
Yeah, like this.
The Walking Dead.
No.
Fucking Game of Thrones. No, I'm just saying. Like, if you like The Walking Dead, if you like the Game of Thrones, it's got the drama, it's got the surprises, it's got all that. I mean, if you've watched it. And you want to talk about some theories about the show or whatever, let us know. Because, like I said, show can go any direction at this point.
Oh, yeah.
They just took things from a comic book. They didn't stick to anything.
Like, either... Because Butch has, at this point in time, Butch has no reason to keep going with the boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious
about. So, I'm wondering if the mom dies somehow, or his wife dies, or gets killed. Because Homelander very well could do that.
She may not.
For all we know, like Butch can like start being soft for a couple episodes.
I don't think he's gonna kill her. You know why?
Why?
He wants a family. I think he's gonna try to make her.
But here's what I was going with. What does he want more? A family or someone to keep him entertained?
Well, that's kind of the same thing to him.
Is it though?
He doesn't understand. I don't think he understands a family dynamic.
But that's the thing. He likes Butch. Like he likes Butch because Butch gets him going.
He likes Butch for the antagonist thing, but he also has a bunch of superhero antagonists.
But here's my question though. No, the hero antagonists aren't that. I don't think as big because he wants someone like Butch who's clever, willing to do it.
You want to know what I really think?
What?
I think he's going to take Butch and try to turn him into a soup.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He hates soups. He knows he hates soups.
Well, not even that though. I think that's going to happen, but I also think the reason why he's going to kill the wife is because Butch might become soft. Like I have no reason to do this anymore, and then. Homelander's like, no, I'm giving you a fucking reason.
Yeah.
And kill him. Like,
there's a lot of options there. We know that he hates soups more than anything. Like, no budging.
Oh, yeah, when he found out.
He has no budging on soups.
He had no. Starlight's like Starlight's a good girl.
Yeah, he has no reason to think Starlight's bad.
She gives him no reason. She really is the hero.
Yeah, she's a legit hero.
And so he and her have a relationship. And when Butch finds out, he hates it. But that scene where he shoots her a couple times, he's smiling when he shoots her.
Yeah, he fucking hates her. The idea of fucking shooting her, I mean, he pumps 2 rounds into her. We're talking like a 50 caliber rifle from like not even that far away.
He walks up.
Yeah, he's walking closer. He's like, get the fuck away from her, Huey. Let's get the fuck out of here.
You know what?
And Huey, I didn't think Huey was going to run. Huey's like, I'm sorry. Bye. He runs off.
I didn't think that was going to happen. Huey's like, fuck it. He's my boy.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Well, she was gonna arrest his ass. Like, that was the thing. She's like, no, you're going to fucking jail. You killed Translucent. It does. There's some things like I don't like that happens in every fucking show. Like, not once did he fucking tell her, well, Translucent was trying to kill me. Like, not once did he fucking say that. I'm like, seems like that should have came up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you stuck a fudge bomb up his butt and blew him to pieces.
And captured him for a couple days.
Yeah, and tortured him a little bit, but I mean, you gave
torture.
him one.
I don't know torture.
You gave him one.
I don't know about torture.
They constantly electrocuted him.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, true that.
Constantly electrocuted him. I mean, at one point, Frenchie even said, like, we pumped enough electricity through him to kill, like, an elephant. And he's like, and it just seems to knock him out.
Frenchie is such a good character.
I love Frenchie's character.
I do too.
I want to see more of Frenchie. Cause, like I said, can you imagine? What I'm looking forward to is the thought of all of them having powers all of a sudden. Not even being, like, soup, but being stronger, more durable, and stuff like that. I'm like, the dynamic change to the show for that will be very interesting to see. And I am curious to see if Butcher gets powers, how he's going to react to it. I think he's going to want to kill himself.
That'd be funny if he gets like the same power.
He can't die.
You know, they said Homelander was raised in a lab. Mm-hmm. So that means they can do it again, can't they?
Yeah.
So why haven't they?
That's what I think the boy is.
Well, no, but my point is, like, because they wanted his offspring in that case. Why didn't they just try?
They want one ultimately powerful hero. Which is supposed to be
I get that, but
symbol of hope.
For them to wait that long, and he knew that...
That's also Homelander's problem, is he thinks there's not going to be anybody that can match him. He's not worried about other super...
Oh, no, absolutely not.
He's like, nah, fuck them over too.
Yeah, but he is top dog right now.
Yeah, right now. Now, we saw a little bit of... We only saw one other evil superhero, and that was that captain guy.
Which is nowhere right now.
Yeah, he just glowed and then explode and stuff caught on fire.
Yeah, he disappeared like without a trace.
We still haven't seen hide or hair of what's going to happen there. We don't know the dynamics going to happen now.
Did you think Stillwater was going to die, though? I didn't think she was going to die that quick.
I was like, first of all, she was one of the bigger actors in the show. Like, she's actually been in some stuff.
Well, you know what kind of gave it away? When they showed the CEO, who he was, that actor, I'm like, oh, he's going to be in here more. When they showed people like that. That's another thing, too. They didn't skip out on the cast.
And I think it's going to get bigger.
Oh, yeah.
I think more people are going to show interest in being a part of it.
Well, the big thing about it is...
Reverse that.
The hero thing is big right now. All the actors want to be
That's why they waited till the perfect time to release it.
And so...
MCU just ended their big major arc. Boom, let's throw this out. Justice League came out and put this out.
Like I said, this is better than what Marvel's...
Dude, this is better than anything Justice League has put out.
Oh yet. No, Justice League by far. But I'm talking about like Marvel TV show wise too. Like,
no.
Way better than Daredevil, and I love Daredevil.
But that's the same thing we were talking about earlier. Is constantly trying to go PG. You're trying to go too.
Well, no, Daredevil, Netflix.
Yeah, but still could go raw.
Punisher
could go raw. Punisher talks about going raw a lot. They don't show going raw.
True.
Like this show's, dude. I'm telling you, right off the bat, a bitch exploding.
Well, I know.
I was like,
but in the Punisher first scene,
I was like, is this a TV show?
One of the first scenes in the Punisher is like
it felt like
he beats him with a sledgehammer.
The show, yes, but I mean, they're still kind of soft.
No, and I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like this outranks all of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This outranks a lot of the movies too.
Yeah, this outranks. That's what I was gonna say. It feels more like a movie than a TV show. If the production value was a little higher, CG was a little better. Like I said, you're not going to be amazed with CG or anything like that because they didn't go too big with that. You got some glowing eyes, you got some distant scenes of...
With the gory parts, you will... Flying. I mean, when you see that dude's skull cracked in...
That was cool. Yeah. Smush.
Mouth drop, dude.
He's fucking trying to scream, can't get a word out. And then...
She's just...
Like I said, they blew the CG budget with the chick exploding because they show it in slow motion. Just guts and gore and bones. And when he's talking about it, he's like, I swallowed one of this bitch's molars. They're fucking laughing about it.
Oh, no.
He's like, are they fucking laughing? Dude, when A-Train was at his house, though, and was going, like, raw with, like, what's really going on and shit like that, what I didn't expect was all the time they had to build up with him eventually going to the CIA, giving them the information, and then I thought that was going to happen. I thought they were going to get a budget and everything, just like they were talking about, and they were going to get some kind of immunity, and that's where the shift would happen for a second season.
Well,
that it would kind of start with this
Butch
one
waited
slate.
too late.
Yeah, and then the government makes a deal, and like they know how fucked up they are. That's the craziest thing. By the end of the show, they know these superheroes are super fucked up, immoral people, and they don't care. Well, they do care, but they just can't do anything about it.
It's funny because it does touch on like today's politics. Like we know how dirty half these people are, but
just can't do anything. What can you do about it?
We need them.
Yeah, well, that's the thing I thought was crazy about the show is because this is one company that has the entire market locked up on superheroes. And I mean, it's like having nuclear bombs. It's like a company just has a bunch of nuclear bombs.
Like, I really didn't expect her to die so quick.
Well, I'm curious where that's going to go.
Well, like the Homelander did it.
I thought Homelander, I'm thinking Homelander is going to try to take over a lot.
I mean, I feel like he's already in control, truthfully.
He slowly but surely is.
Because
he always lets people know, I'm the fucking Homelander. I can do it.
What I was saying when they were like, "Oh, Trace so-and-so," and they're like, "Oh, did you get authorized?" He's like, "I'm fucking Homelander. You're going to do what I tell you."
Yeah, do what the fuck I want, bitch.
Like, he had control of all of them.
Everybody's fucking scared of him.
Yeah.
Like, most of these people are about to piss themselves. And even like her, even the chick that like fucking runs him at the end, she's like, I'm fucking terrified of you.
And then
the doctor dude, like, which we assume is dead.
I don't think he is.
He said he hints at it. He says like, when I finally squeeze the truth out.
Yeah. But that's a big actor to just kill off.
That was what I was surprised at the end of the show. The last couple of episodes, they introduced big new actors.
Yeah.
Just for little scenes.
And I mean, like I said, these aren't people like little actors. He's like
these are people that have been in like
big roles, like Falcone from Gotham. I forget the dude's name. He's the one that's playing the professor. You have the villain from Breaking Bad, the light skinned dude. He's the CEO. And I'm like, you see all these other, you're like, wow, like you got these like good actors, really good actors.
Yeah, and I mean, the guy playing Homelander does a great job. Oh, yeah. He seems fucking twisted and demented, like a big fucking, like a big fucking baby with superpowers.
Well, that's the thing. Like you see him smile. Like when he's in front of the camera, it's straight up Superman.
Yeah, and the camera, he's like, no, you guys are the real heroes. Yeah. You're the heroes. Yeah, he's like, you stupid fuck. He's like, I don't give a fuck about y'all.
Fucking and Elastic looks just like what a Christian like what someone who found God would look like.
Dude, that whole part they're talking about that.
Well, when
the angel chick, the chick with the wings.
No, but like when Huey loses like the phone and he's trying to come up with the
you played my ass like jazz. He said you were.
Dude, the improvise on that was phenomenal. I loved it. It was so good.
The way he was saying it.
He said, you fucked me so... You looked my asshole.
He straight up says it. He's like, you played my butt like jazz. He said, with all the rhythm and timing of a seasoned pro. I was like,
oh,
what?
man, I was cracking up.
I was like, where did you come up with... Like you had that plan, dude.
Like, out of left field.
Where did you hear that from? Played my butt like jazz.
And, I really liked how he kept seeing his dead girlfriend every time he got really close to Starlight. Mm-hmm. It was kind of like a reminder to him.
And at the end, he like gets over it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, every time he sees her, at first I thought it was him feeling guilty. That was that moment when he had to talk to Mother's Milk and he was saying anything. Mm-hmm. And that was like his reminder. I said I'd do anything. Fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then he does it.
Well, that was the thing. He had the opportunity to kill A-Train and he didn't.
When? You mean when she broke his leg?
He had a heart attack.
Oh. Yeah, well, that was when he had the come to Jesus moment.
Well, yeah, and then, again, he could have had the Asian girl fuck him up, too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He
Another thing. His dad.
What about him?
The actor.
Oh, yeah. I'm disappointed he doesn't have a bigger part.
I think he will. Like, there's no way you just have him in there for...
I don't know. I mean, I figured they were done with all those people.
No, there's no way.
They made it seem like they were done.
You know, because that's Huey's, like, only weakness. Because Starlight's a weakness, too, but Starlight's OP.
Not really. I mean, honestly...
OP than more powerful than Huey.
She was going to lose the A-Train.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he has more experience. That's more...
Yeah, and I mean, her power, she really has never...
Used it. Yeah.
She's never used it in a situation like that.
Man, if I had her power, I'd be fucking shit up.
Well, so the thing with most of these characters, is the big thing about the show is that they're superheroes that have never fought a supervillain.
Yeah.
What
you know what was weird when they showed her training. She wasn't really using her powers. She was like lifting weights.
Yeah, she was doing weightlifting.
I'm like, man, if I had that power, I'd be trying to like
focus it into a laser.
Yeah, like well, not even that. Like
her power's just like she flashes.
I'd use my fingers like as lasers and stuff. You know, like.
Yeah, she like apparently draws electricity from around her and then makes like a flash of like super bright light that apparently like can scorch someone's eyeballs or something like that. It has a blast effect to it too that tends to knock people down and stuff, but not like kill them. So I'm wondering, like, are we gonna find out about some collateral damage from her too, though? Like somebody happened to be looking that direction, and got blinded or something. Because a big thing in the show is the collateral damage from superheroes.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I don't know, fair warning. She close your eyes. That's how she always says that.
Yeah. I just think the concept of the show.
Her mom's this big old bitch.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the climax of that. But
yeah,
and her dad, they're gonna introduce her dad. Her dad's gonna get into the fray.
Dad's mother milk.
No. It's gonna be something. Watch it be Huey. Huey's dad. No, they're almost the same age. It would make sense. But
how would you know? Banging another chick went to another family.
Could be. But
I mean, that pipe does look like something he would smoke. Just the actor, not the.
Wrong about that. Yeah. I thought that was gonna be a hint. I was actually like looking back through the show,
to
for
see
moments that I would notice somebody like that.
No, but, no, that's something, but it's not there. Might be Lamplighter for all we fucking know.
That would be interesting.
Has similar powers.
We really don't know what his power. All we know is he has this.
He burns with.
Yeah, but he always got that staff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, maybe he can he can manipulate fire, but not
it's something to do with fire because he was able to.
Yeah, we know he burned her Mallory's grandkids.
Yeah, that's nothing. They get so dark with this show, man. Like.
Yeah, Mallory, the one who started this group, is like, nah, fuck that, I'm done.
Yeah, she's like, but you could tell like she's gonna come back later because she's like, I'm watching fucking birds. I'm like, yeah, obviously you want to come back.
Well, I think with the chick dead and all the crazy shit that's going down, and when these other supervillains, I think she's gonna be like, the whole world's gonna fucking end if we don't do something.
Yeah, I think the government's gonna have to step into it.
This season was all about the revenge aspect of it. I think we're gonna get into the point where they feel obligated to stop them because now they're turning into fucking supervillains.
Well, I really like that how Mother Milk had that kid and
didn't tell anybody. He's the conscience of the group.
Yeah, but it was more like, like he has his own personal shit going on, and you could tell it was affecting him.
Yeah, he never told them.
Yeah.
Kid. They're like, why you never told us? What the fuck would I tell you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I could see because he had his issues with both of them too. Like he didn't like Frenchie. He don't like Butch.
So he had a respect for Butch, but he's pretty much lost it. He's mad at him.
But at the same time, I don't blame Butch for not wanting to rescue them because at the same time he's like, oh, they're caught. We're fought. Like, what are we gonna do? I mean, because
well, that's because the fact is he didn't care.
Yeah, that's
like there's nothing going there is not gonna benefit me anyway in getting Homelander. Well, and he's like, it's not about that. It's about Huey's like, it's not about that. It's about fucking saving our friends. And he's like, the fuck are you talking about? Why would I care about them motherfuckers? He's like, only thing I care about is Homelander.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like, because he's like, we're just gonna get caught too.
Yeah, it's like we'll just get fucking caught and
he had a valid point, but then Huey's little idea from fucking left field.
Yeah, my fucking retainer that I polyed in.
Because Frenchie can break.
You can pick a lock with anything, right?
Yeah.
I thought they'd be better locks. I'm like, this is Vault. Like, they didn't put better security.
No, it was a contractor from Vault.
So, I'm still curious about one thing though.
Vault never really got to him yet.
No, that's Vault Security. That was Vault Security.
I thought that was some.
No, they've got their own private security.
Oh, because Butch said, that's off. Oh, that's somebody else.
Well, I mean, it's not Soups, but
No, but they said like the way he said it was somebody else that they paid out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they don't want it to be linked back to them or nothing.
That's
like that.
So.
But some Black Ops group or something. But what I am curious about is when they tried to rescue the Asian girl, Kimiko.
Oh, Frenchie.
Yeah, when they tried to rescue her, Frenchie got shot. Mm-hmm. And then Mother's Milk goes to get her. Like, that was kind of... I thought that was going to kind of hint that he may be stronger than...
Mother Milk?
Yeah, because, like, she was in a room, and she had, like, cuffs on and stuff.
Well, that was the thing. Because they looked at each other, And
like he knew you can go get her.
Yeah,
like, I know
Frenchie
you can
looked
go get
at
her.
her because when they looked at each other, I was kind of like, well, "What's that look for?" 'Cause I didn't know what the. It was weird because and then Mother Milk goes, oh, "She better be fucking worth it, dude." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, like how are you gonna go get her? That's exactly what I was saying. I was like, okay, maybe this is that moment. I was like, maybe this is gonna be that moment where he shows that he's
like, cover me, and then like,
and I kept thinking they were gonna hit at that because when they show him at his job working at that like juvenile center, and these people are fucking like scared of him.
Yeah, he has complete control.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so maybe it is like maybe he's a bad motherfucker. So we haven't seen him be a bad motherfucker yet.
I think he might be a bad motherfucker that his family doesn't want him to be like that. And so he probably holds back because of that.
Maybe so. Or maybe he's just worried about how mad he would hurt somebody or something.
No,
there's just other times that I feel like he should have been a bad motherfucker.
The reason why I think that, though, is because his wife is pissed when she found out she's working for Butch. And I feel like Butch would be the one to try to use that against people to get the Homelander. So I feel like...
I mean, you don't care.
Well, that's what... No, about the power. He's like, oh, you got this. We're going to use this to get the...
Yeah, but see, the other part of that is, like, this Billy Butcher, for the show, hates soups. All soups. Any soups. He's disgusted by
I don't know. He liked the baby. That baby soup did him some good.
Yeah, which that was an inconsistency.
It was meant to be funny.
Because I'm like, he thinks... Yeah, it was. They wanted to make a funny moment. But, I mean, he's consistent throughout the rest of the show. He thinks all fucking soup should die.
Yeah.
Like, all of them.
Well, at the beginning, he goes, when they step out of line, we stomp them. And he thinks they all stepped out of line some way or another.
Yeah, he's like, don't trust any of them. Don't fucking have relationships with them. He's like, they should all be fucking dealt with. Yeah, I think a lot of that was him trying to downplay how much he hated Soups, though, because he didn't want him to think that he was just disgruntled. And then later on, it comes out like, no, you just fucking hate all of them.
I love how, like, at the very beginning, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm top agent, top dog. And then, like, Huey slowly realizes, oh, man, you're not shit. I'm in so much fucking trouble.
my fucking job, my life, I have nothing now. And he's like, oh, well, fuck it. I've been wondering all this time, where the fuck, how are they funding what they've been doing so far? Is just Frenchie's web gun running,
That's
funding
what it
everything?
seemed like.
Because I'm like, or do they have money? Maybe he took a big payout from Vought or something. I don't know. Like, I was trying to figure it out. I was like,
no,
because he has no funding. Yeah, because
well, that was another thing when
that was the only respect he had for Huey.
When Huey ripped up the check, I thought Butcher would be like, you motherfucker, I could have used that.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, that money could have been useful. You already took it. You might as well use it for the group.
Right? Like, fuck. So, overall, I give it a high 9 out of 10.
Yep. Damn good show. I'm looking forward to season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, I wish they'd hurry up on it. I hope it's more than 8 episodes next season. It needs to be.
8's not a bad number because they got a lot done in the episodes.
Yeah, but I want more. I just want as much as I can.
Yeah, but I mean, this was 8 seasons of a lot of introduction to the world. Yeah, I'm sorry, 8 episodes of mostly introduction to the world, introduction to the characters.
But I kind of wanted to trade places with Lucifer and have 26 episodes a fucking season.
Well, I mean,
and not waste my time.
8 seems to be a standard among digital.
Well, for Prime, for a lot of Prime is like that.
They go 8 to 10 episodes.
That's the thing. I feel like it could have went for 10 and been all right.
But some of the episodes were more than an hour long.
Yeah, that's true.
So I mean, they're long.
But dude, it does not feel like that though. Like
no, because I remember like I'm in an episode and I'm like, man, I've been watching this episode for a little while now, I think. And I'm like, I must be at the end, and I go to look and it's like halfway. I'm like, well, no,
it wasn't even that. Like I remember watching it and I'm like, it hasn't been a fucking hour. And it's been like an hour and a half. I'm like, what the fuck? I got so into it, I didn't realize how long it's been.
I just know I was what was I doing? I was downstairs doing something. I was cooking something, and I was washing, and the alarm went off for something in the oven, and I'm like, the fuck? I was like, I had that set for like an hour, and I'm like checking it. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I told my wife's got like 2 episodes left to finish. I told her to finish them because it's so hard to get her to fucking stay consistent.
Yeah, I don't like certain shows I can watch with my wife. I can't be too into them.
I tell her all the time. I'm like, she's like, well, let's watch the other. I'm like, no. I'm like, you're gonna fall asleep, then you're gonna ask me what happened, and I'm like, I don't want to play that game.
My wife's not like that, but like for me, I don't like waiting because like me and her would have to set a time for us to sit down and watch it. Yeah,
binge it, and if you can't keep up, then guess what? You're fucking out of the race. Go sit down. Go watch it yourself.
I think we're gonna wrap this up. So, we have been the Divided People. Go get a superpower.